Jefferson County Court Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in cause number 24 CCCR 1386. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Richard L. Gill. Mr. Gill, is that your full name?
Yes, sir, it is.
Mr. Gill, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Gill, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
Mr. Gill, you may put your hand down. Now, Mr. Gill, I have before me, well, before we get started, Mr. Gill, you have a right to have a court reporter to type down everything that's being said. You also have a right to waive or give up your right to have a record. Do you waive or give up your right?
Wait, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Gill, I also have before me, what happened? Oh, okay. I also have before me a document that is titled Waiver of Counsel, well, that's titled Jefferson County Affidavit. Oh, okay. No, I haven't. Before me, Waiver of Counsel for purposes of entering a guilty plea or proceeding to trial. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir, I do.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
I also have another document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir, I do.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir, it is.
And are these your initials on the line that state you would like to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself?
Yes, sir, it is.
I have another document before me, Mr. Gill. This document is on my computer and it's titled Information. In this document that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office, it alleges that you, Richard L. Gill, on or about May 1st of 2021, excuse me, of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of resisting arrest. Mr. Gill, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir, I do.
And to this charge, Mr. Gill, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir, I am.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gill, I also have before me on my tablet a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir, I do.
And on page 2 of this same document, there are 2 sets of initials, RG. One set is on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. And the next set of initials is below a paragraph that is titled Discovery and Admonishment. And it is on a line next to a line that states, I do not request discovery of the evidence. I waive my right to request discovery in this case and choose to enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir, I did.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir, it is.
And on the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir, I do.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir, I do.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that
Yes, sir, I
statement?
do.
Now, Mr. Gill, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you,
Yes.
did you read the documents?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir, it is.
Mr. Gill, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir, I am.
State Upper States 1.
Now, Mr. Gill, the state is offering State's Exhibit Number 1 to be used against you as evidence in this case. State's Exhibit Number 1 is the first document that I showed you on this tablet. this document that you said you recognize.
Yes, sir.
This is the same document that have your initials in these two locations. And it has your signature on page 3.
Yes,
Is it all right for the state to use this document as evidence in your case?
yes, sir.
Mr. Gill, no objections. State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Gill, is there any evidence that you are currently mentally incompetent to stand trial? Okay, Mr. Gill, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the
In
agreement?
exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 44 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for 44 days, and to tax and retire all court costs.
Okay. Mr. Gill, the state is offering that you serve 44 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you've already served 44 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired. What that means is you will not have to pay the court costs because the time that you have spent in jail has already paid off the court costs. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Mr. Gill, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir, I do.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gill, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Gill, this will conclude your case. If you do not have anything else holding you in jail, you should be getting out of jail today. Now, Mr. Gill, you're gonna stand next to the bailiff, follow his directions. Once you finish following his direction, you can follow him, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. And on Felder Williams, is there a date for the felony in the
Oh, is that for announcement February of next year?
what we're gonna do, let's reset it 60 days. I think what they want to do with it is, yeah,
Because it does come up the same recurrence, Judge. They were the same criminal episodes.
Yeah. that's not gonna be, we can reset it 2 months.
Can you send it to me? Will you?
Okay. Okay. You have,
Mhm.
okay, this will conclude the calling of the court's trial docket, pre-trial conference docket, and announcement docket. All 3 dockets are scheduled in county court at law number 2, Jefferson County, Texas, on today's date, October 7th, 2024. Prosecutors, you are excused.
Thank you.
Judge Terrence Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day.